this conspiracy?
Dummy. Conspiracy dummy.
Hey, welcome to Conspiracy Dummy, the conspiracy podcast where life's a bitch and she's back in heat. I am your host, Double D, the John Carpenter of Conspiracy Dummy, and joining me is the Roddy Piper of this bitch. He came in here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and he's all out of bubblegum. Mr. Williams, what's up?
Yo, what's up? What's up? Glad to be here. What's up?
Hey, also last but not least, the subliminal messenger media beast telling all you motherfuckers to obey.
Nada.
The alien lizard person himself, Little Chakra. What's up?
Nada. I think for this episode, because I'm like shapeshifter, I'm gonna be no thing. Not nada. I'm gonna be no thing. Okay, no thing.
Ain't no thing.
Ain't no thing.
And all you fucking sons of bitches, wake the fuck up out of your dreams. Today we're gonna discuss the cult classic John Carpenter's 1988 film, They Live, and the conspiracies within.
The world needs a wake-up call. We're gonna phone it in.
All right, man, I'm gonna break this movie really quick for y'all. John Carpenter's 1988 film, They Lived, is about a drifter played by Roddy Piper. His character's name is Nada, I believe. Doesn't say it, but at the end you can see it on the credits. He arrives in LA, he's looking for work. He breaks into a building.
Break it down.
And he breaks into a building, and that's what, I guess that's what you do as drifters, right? You just break into shit and finds a lab. Later that lab gets busted. Goes and gets whatever's left. It's, I guess, a box of sunglasses. Puts on the sunglasses, and then later starts showing him all these subliminal messages, exposes the truth, and he can also see lizard people, a.k.a. aliens. He starts to go crazy, and then he gets his friend. He tries to convince him, hey, man, put these glasses on, see what I see. And shit ends up in a 7-minute brawl in a fucking grimy alley. It's a classic fight scene. And then basically the two just team up, and then they try to stop the alien agenda. One dude gets blasted. This is all spoiler alerts, sorry about that. And the dude, basically saves the day but dies at the end. So this movie, the director has a lot of messages, a lot of, I guess, conspiracies within this movie I guess we can talk about. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the shit that's going on today can relate to what this film is being said. It's a 1988 film, 2020, a lot of similarities. So let's talk about it.
So this movie resonated with me in a lot of different ways. I saw a lot of parallels as far as what's going on in this movie and how it correlates to the time today. The fact that the character Nada puts on his sunglasses and he sees these alien people. So he basically just puts on his glasses and sees the truth of what's going on. And Correct. Here lately, we're getting a lot of peers behind the curtains, so to speak. 2020 has been a crazy year.
And you can also see like subliminal messages with the glasses. Everything's in black and white.
Right.
So like he sees signs and there's like a subliminal message, and like everything just exposes the truth for him with those glasses.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's a scene where he's walking around, he puts them on, and he looks up at a billboard, and he notices that there's what looks to be, there is a woman on there, and she's strewn out across a beach, looking all sexy and shit, and he puts the sunglasses on, and it just says marry and reproduce, and he takes them off, and he sees a chick lounging on the beach, and then he keeps walking forward more on the sidewalk, and he passes this. It's set in L.A., but it kind of looks sort of New Yorkish to me, honestly.
Especially in the alley,
yeah,
like when they fight later.
Yeah, for sure. But he walks across this little newsstand, and there's all these fucking magazines, hundreds, maybe 50 to 100 of them. And, the wind's blowing, and it's blowing all the pages open, and all the pages just say one or two words: obey, consume, reform, sleep, reproduce, all,
Even the money. The money,
even the money. The money says, "This is your God."
This is your God. No.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So he puts these sunglasses on, and he goes on this rampage And there's a famous scene where he goes into a bank and has a very famous line from this movie, and ends up shooting some of these alien people that are dressed as cops, and he has to go on the run for a while, and he uses this beautiful actress named Meg Foster. I believe her name's Holly in the movie, and he uses her as an escape goat, essentially, and kidnaps her and makes her take him back to his house to hide away from the cops. She ends up basically throwing him out of the fucking window, and he crashes down 4 stories and survives on the hills of Hollywood Hills somewhere. And he runs from the cops, and he ends up meeting his cohort back from the construction site, Keith David and Mr. Frank, and ends up they have possibly, in my opinion, the world's greatest fight in that alleyway. It was a 6-minute fight in that alleyway, choreographed.
Classic.
It was beautiful. It was classic.
Epic.
Classic. It was an epic fight in that alleyway, and he ends up getting him to put the glasses on and realize, hey, he's not lying. This guy's not bullshit. And there's aliens out here, and they're undercover dressed as humans and shit. We gotta stop it.
Hell yeah.
You see what the fuck's really going on, right? And the character Nada realized that everything's not how he thought it was. There's actually a race or species that is ruling the world and trying to reclimatize things and take over the planet when he puts on these sunglasses. It's a crazy fucking movie, man. I remember, I was shown this movie as a kid, and it really opened me up to conspiracies and what the fuck is really going on, right? When you put on those sunglasses and you see some motherfucking aliens, what are you going to do? What are you going to think? That's crazy. So he goes around and he realizes, I got to take these motherfuckers down. So he goes, he partners up with his homie Frank. Him and Frank go up.
Played by Keith David.
Him and Frank go up to, I don't know, CBS, CNN, ION, OMG, some fucking, radio fucking news place. They go up to the top. Bow! They shoot this. Picture a giant 12-foot circumference 1990s satellite dish that your neighbor had in their yard. Shoots that with basically a little cricket pistol. It explodes everywhere and saves the fucking world because everyone was asleep. And when you think about it today, we're all asleep, man. We're trying to wake the fuck up with what's going on. These pedophilic, rings are getting popped. George Soros is popping off. Bill Gates wants to fucking vaccinate everybody. What the fuck's going on, man? 2020 has been a fucking crazy year. This has a lot of correlations to what's going on right now. And I'm really excited to get the fuck into it.
For reals, man. No thing. What do you think about the movie, my friend?
And those movies, they're like every so often they make a movie like that to kind of like keep you aware,
To keep us in check.
In check and almost informed too. Like,
Informed,
hey, remember, like they're telling, hey, remember this is happening. Don't forget.
Right.
Or the same people who put it out are the same people doing the thing. So it's kind of like, oh shit, like right in your face. They're putting it right in your face, and then you just eat it up. Everybody just. You have no choice, but everybody eats from the same shit. It's fucking nuts. How they say, what's the best way to hide something? You put it right in their face. Right in the fucking open.
Dude, yeah, you put it right in the plain sight where people really wouldn't expect, because people are going to look for a fucking hiding spot. And that's kind of what people do now. There's this conspiracy. I honestly can't remember what it is, but these people, what they do is they do things right in front of your nose, right? So there's not any negative karma against them. They basically say, hey, we're going to kind of supposedly, a little bit tell you, hey, we're doing this, but on the sly, they're really fucking doing that. I forgot what that conspiracy is called, but I know exactly what you're talking about, man. People will do shit in plain fucking sight. The pedophilic symbols are a great example of that. The spirals, the swirls in kids' shows, kid commercials, things like that, kid cartoons, everything, man. It's fucking crazy when you look back on old shows you used to watch and you see all these crazy pedophilic symbols that were just strewn across all these fucking episodes, man. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. And you talk about all the Ghislaine Maxwell, everything that's popping off right now. I mean, this movie speaks volumes to what's going on, about how we're peering behind the curtain. We had these notions and these thoughts of, oh, well, this maybe Roswell is real, maybe aliens are real, maybe these pedophilic, sex trafficking, satanic, bisexual lizard people are fucking real. Well, they're fucking real, man. We're finding out now that they're fucking real.
Yeah.
They just told us. They told us in the most literal way, like in the most in-your-face way. Hey,
Dude.
and because it's a movie, you know, the tendency could be to be like, oh shit, it's just a movie. Don't buy into it too much.
No.
But little do you know, they're hide your kids, hide your wife, cause they're under your bed. These lizard people, guys, better
Fuck
look in
'em.
your nutsack.
So it's a lot of similarities, man. You got lizard people. I'm sure that's going on today.
Oh.
You got media trying to brainwash the population. You got fucking mullets are coming back and shit.
He's not lying.
They're back, Jack.
They're
Shit.
back. But that's the least of our worries, man. We gotta be seeing behind the curtain, seeing who's running this shit.
Who do you think's running this shit? What's up?
Oh, that's a good question, man. It could be aliens. Could be a race of aliens. Some
I wouldn't be
people
surprised.
trying to fucking brainwash us or some shit, basically.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a secret alien species here on Earth. They're trying to fucking hypnotize us with their secret fucking swarmy warmy spell. Fuck you.
With TV,
Oh, dude, they're trying to do it with
Music,
TV,
radio.
music, you know, fucking country music. Have you ever listened to country music? Have you ever listened to country music backwards? Wouldn't recommend it. That's some crazy satanic pedophilic lizard person shit. I wouldn't try it, dude. Have you ever, dude?
how do you listen to it backwards?
What you do is you get you can get a lot of vinyl records nowadays. You get the vinyl record, you get a record player, put it on the record player, and you just spin it backwards, man. It's easy peasy.
Oh shit.
Or you can just fucking put the song in reverse, rewind, whatever was
It'll send in Beelzebub.
Dude,
Oh shit.
so you can hear all that shit in music. I mean, people sell their souls every fucking day to be movie stars, to be fucking music stars and shit.
Hilarious. He has a mullet.
Yeah, he has a mullet the whole time. It's a dude. It's a juicy
He wears
fucking
the
mullet.
same fucking outfit.
Yeah,
through, like,
he
the
washes
whole
it a
movie,
few.
man.
Yeah, he washes it a few
Same
times.
blue
Did he?
flannel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he washed it a few times. He did get fucked up. There's rubble all over him. There's a lot of dirty and shit.
Well, okay, with the movie, with all the messages and directors trying to tell us, what are the conspiracies within this movie?
Oh, there's a ton. I mean, one that speaks immediately to me would be talking about the government and capitalism, I would say. Just about how they want you to consume.
And maybe that the people running the government are aliens,
Dude,
reptilians, lizard people.
there's no doubt
They didn't
that
really look like lizard people to me though.
No,
They
it's
were
just
just
fun
like
to say.
dead, like dead.
they're more, I'll say this,
Bug-eyed
in this movie, they're
Zombie-like,
definitely
yeah.
aliens, because there's a scene where Nada is getting a tour of like this underground fucking base, and what was a poor gentleman that was on the homeless encampment with him said, fuck it, you know, I want to get rich. So he got rich and cleaned up, and he's getting a tour, and they see people beaming back and forth to different galaxies, Andromeda, you know, all these other fucking galaxies and shit, beaming
Andromeda?
off, you know, here and there. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're from like an aliens from another galaxy, just here starting enterprises, controlling the population, pretty much just brainwashing them, telling them to watch TV, telling them to submit, stay awake,
Obey.
consume.
Pretty much what the known like government things are right now. You know, like whatever
Well, it's-
people feel the government are
Right.
doing, or media, propaganda, all that shit that's mixed in together.
Mm-hmm.
He saw through that. He saw through the face of. He saw the real face of it.
Even the money that it said, this is your God. So just showing us how important and how much we
Rely
go
on
at
like-
lengths to get money, greed. Like, you know, it's pretty sad how humans
That's
conduct
pretty.
business
It's
sometimes.
it's pretty.
It's pretty much he pointed out like the plan, like or what they're doing, right? He had like with the glasses on, he saw the people too, like the intentions of people, you know. He saw what they're about. He saw the real people, the genuine, are they still real humans? And then he saw and some turned to greed, like that homeless dude. He started pairing up with them.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So it's like, damn, it's either like if you can't beat them, join them type of shit. That dude got turned out, really. He got that homeless dude.
Well, basically, I mean, I can't blame him for fucking selling out. You know, you're already in a low spot to begin with, and you know, these aliens / reptilians come along like, hey, we'll make you rich as fuck. You just gotta sell out to us. And they're like, well, they're already taking over the planet, so fuck it, you know.
They say they're reptilians?
No,
I'm
just
kinda
saying.
like putting it
They're
together.
aliens for sure. They're aliens
They say
for
they're
sure.
aliens. In
No,
the
they're
movie, they
aliens.
say
Yeah, they're aliens,
they're
but like
people that
if you think
don't
of
know.
reptilians, lizard people, shapeshifters, you know, they could probably,
Who knows?
if they're real, they give that price.
I don't know, man. They could be shapeshifters, though.
Could be, man. Okay, well, and within the movie, there's a lot of similarities. It's a 1988 film. Today's 2020. There's a lot of shit that we can relate to in this movie. There's a lot of shit that's similar to what's going on in the movie today. So, drones being flown in the air, they have that kind of activity within the movie itself.
it's pretty much what still was going on. It was happening back then. It's happening now, you know, and it's almost like John Carpenter's shed some light on what's been happening. Maybe or they're setting it up for the future. Maybe he's like, yo, in the future, it's going to end up being like this. Look the same, but not really. Now you got, you know, these dudes are like, they're among us. Or they're already among us and they're just telling people. What if it's already a thing? It's been a thing, not just in a movie.
Could be.
And now they're just...
Very well could be. It's hard to say. You know, we've never been closer to knowing the truth as far as extraterrestrials, what the government's up to. I mean, 2020's been a crazy fucking year. And I think a lot of people are waking up and slowly getting a peek behind the curtain, so to speak, and realizing what the fuck is going on. I think this movie has a lot of similar parallels in that sense, to where we're kind of finally putting on our sunglasses and realizing what the fuck is really up and who the fuck is really who we think they are, right? You see a lot of people come out nowadays, and there's a lot of cancel culture and, you know, a lot of pointing the finger and wanting to just step on people, a lot of vindictiveness. And I think a lot of it speaks to the capitalism that really runs this nation. We're all worried about money. It's all about greed. You know, and greed leads to power. And that's kind of a similar trait in this movie, is that people are... I'm having a hard time articulating, but people are kind of not bribed, but, you know, the aliens in the movie tell them, hey, man, if you want to be, you know, with us and be, you know, tight and have all that shit, we'll throw you a mill, you know, you'll be rich, but you got to, you know, give up some secrets. You got to let us know what's up. You got to help us conform and reclimatize the planet. And, you know, that's kind of how it seems nowadays. With the current climate, people are so worried about themselves and not about the greater good. Nowadays, man, people rather want to be right than fucking do right. And that to me is kind of fucked up, right? It sounds cliche, but it's not just one person's planet and we're all fucking living on it. It's everybody fucking else's. I think the sooner we get to realizing that, the better.
Yeah, couldn't I agree more?
Kind of dark. A little bit.
Dark movie.
They're just like
about it.
exposing like that dark side of humanity, you know, like how it can really get to. to somebody. You know?
Oh yeah.
And or what if we are the aliens
Well,
already?
technically, we are aliens because supposedly a comet crashed that had life on it, and that's where life sprung from. Is what they say is a comet that supposedly had life on it, and it crashed into Earth and somehow survived, and fucking we came from that. So technically, the answer to that question is yes. If that is the truth in that theory, then we are all indeed fucking aliens because we did not spawn from this planet. We spawned from an extraterrestrial setting. So that would make us an off-world species.
Transpermia.
Transpermia?
Ooh.
You know, what do you think about that? Little Chakra. What do you think about?
It sounds sticky.
Do you think that what parallels does this movie have from when it came out to now to what's going on nowadays?
The militarized police in the movie could be similar to what's going on today. With all the stuff that defunding the police, okay, you take away the police
that's
funding, then what's next? They're gonna militarize the police. They're gonna get their own. Rich people are gonna start getting their own security, and
they already have it. It's called the police.
Well,
nah, they'll get privatized security.
Privatized security.
Iron
Yeah.
Mossad agents.
Do you know how the police started?
What's up? How'd
Do you?
they start? Oh, I know.
How did they start?
Way back in the day. We're talking like early 1800s and shit. Like started like posse
To
type of
protect
shit.
who?
To protect just the city people. They were getting tired of fucking motherfuckers coming in and robbing everybody. So they said, hey, I'm going to be the guy that fucking protects everybody. And so they came up and that's how police
The
basically
slaves,
started.
bro.
I was gonna say they
Oh,
would
I'm
treat
sure.
the people slaves.
They
and
were
stuff like that.
they were hired by the masters to protect them from the slaves because the slaves had been freed. So it's like nothing's changed. So it's coming back full circle. They started it like that. Now it became like, oh, it's protecting the people. Which people? Not all the people, obviously. And then now it's evolving to, oh, all these people are going to hire their own private security. Well, yeah, they already have it. Now they're just going to be dressed differently.
And that's what the movie addresses too, like economic inequality. You could see most of the people that are aliens are the up and up. Either they're politicians or they're just rich.
Right.
I didn't think I saw one middle class person in that movie with that.
No, they were all high class people that had maids and butlers and big houses, fancy cars.
Yeah, so there's a lot of similarities. The media brainwashing, what we have right now with the phones, tablets, what's being shown on TV, reality TV.
Oh, all the propaganda on media. Are you kidding me? You don't want to talk about mainstream media and the propaganda that comes out of it. It's fucking crazy. One fucking network will say you one thing, and the other fucking network will say a completely different thing. And the third fucking network is caught using, footage saying it's an American hospital, and it's fucking actually in a hospital in Italy. And you're like, what's going on here? Who the fuck do I even believe?
They show the same
So much
image over and over and over. So
Right. It's all bullshit. It's all propaganda. There's only, 5, 6 different major news networks that air all the shit. And one's left, one's right, one's fucking this, one's fucking that. It's all just bullshit, man. That's why I don't really pay attention to the news. I look at my weather app. I know the weather. And that's tight.
So there's subliminal messages within the movie when the news is coming through. I wonder how much subliminal messages are within the media today that we just don't see it.
Don't get me started on all the.
And with the glasses, that could be very similar to Google glasses. In the sense of Google glasses is way more advanced than that, what they shown in that movie. Like Google glasses, you can get information right there on the spot. You can get facial recognition probably. Who knows how it's going to be in the future.
it has begun.
It has begun.
Oh, they'll get everything. By the time we know it, they'll have everything. Facial recognition.
They have it.
Your body temperature, whether you have a fucking fever, what diseases you have, your criminal history, your temperament, your STDs that you fucking have. They'll know it all. Your credit history, your social security number, your relationship history. They'll know fucking everything just by looking straight in your fucking eyeball, dude. It's only a matter of time, man.
True.
they have it in the primitive way by paperwork and photographs and little simple shit.
Dude,
It's
they're
gonna
gonna
evolve to now. It's evolving to sunglasses. Fucking, they're gonna be able to go like.
Well, that's
beep,
what I'm
beep,
saying. It's
beep,
a Minority
some shit.
Report type of shit, right? Where you got this little fucking... Who's that guy on Dragon Ball Z who has that little fucking glass monocle piece and shit that pops down?
Little chakra, you know what's
I
up
should
with
know
this.
this.
Man, come on, bro. He's this dude that's got this little fucking monocle side piece that looks like a glass
Bunch
that
of
flipped
them
up.
do. Vegeta
And-
has it at
yeah,
one
yeah.
point.
They have like these glasses that flips down. It shows their power level and shit.
His race,
They'll
actually.
have some shit like that in the
Everybody
future.
in his
where it's
world.
and it points down, you know what's up. You know,
They've
oh
been
shit, he's got
telling
a fever
people.
and shit. He's got fucking, you know, the HIV. I ain't getting
been
fucking close to
telling
this guy.
people.
You know, I know your fucking credit history, your criminal history, your temperament, your relationship history. Fucking fuck it, man. Just, turn around and walk away.
I've been hearing something on the streets the last couple of weeks. Weird stuff. Some sort of epidemic of violence, what they've been saying.
Yeah, man. So with the protests leading into riots, it can get to the point it can get really ugly, man. So you can see how they can use stuff to control people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're trying their hardest to do that. Right now, with I believe a lot of smoke screens, a lot of distractions are being.
A lot of smoke
Well, it's 'cause
screens.
it's still
What's
part
up?
of the. It's still part of the movie, you know. The smoke screen
there's
is.
so much that
It's the dude. You know, this dude. That's what really
Yeah.
for the people. I guess if this ever comes out, right at one point, and the people that don't know by that time, it'll be an older movie.
Yeah.
You know, still what right now. It was in the 80s.
88.
It holds up, man.
It holds up to
It's
this
a
day. It holds up.
30
The reason why it holds
even-
up so well
even-
is
even
because even now,
32-year-old
when you look
movie.
at the past, it fucking resonates with everything going on, the corruption in government that we knew. Like, you know, when we put on these glasses, when we take off our rose-colored glasses, so to speak, we look around and we see shit's all fucked up, dude. And there's way more corruption. What we thought, all these pedophile rings are getting busted. It definitely correlates to the modern climate that's going on right now with all the bullshit that's going on. Are you kidding me? It answers our question on how corrupt we think we are. The Pentagon's coming out saying UFOs were real. We knew it. That's like basically your fucking parents being like, hey, wait, Santa's not
You're
real.
adopted.
You know what I'm saying? And you find out, oh, you know, they say Santa's real, and you find out Santa's not real. You're like, you were lying the whole fucking time.
You know
the
how
whole
I
fucking
found
time.
out? My uncle Ruben was like,
Well, I'm not surprised about that, to be honest.
dude, he goes, hey man, you know, write a letter to Santa and write it and then put it in an envelope, tied up on top of the tree. And he comes by and he swoops and picks it up. It like really hit me like, damn, dude. Well, I do that. I do all that. I write it, I put it in an envelope, and I tie it up to the very top part of a tree. Well, it was there for a whole fucking year.
No way.
You know, so many months passed, so I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, is that my shit? I'm like, oh, it is my shit. I'm like, why wouldn't it be my shit? You know, and so it like hit me like, oh, he got me. And Santa's definitely not real. You know, like, why did I do that? Oh, he got me, dude.
That sucks.
It was great.
Ruben basically told you without telling you. You figured that out on your own.
Oh, well.
That's funny. That's funny.
Dude, yeah. It's sinister is what that is.
It's very sinister. Very sinister, to say the least.
It's like, damn, dude.
But that's basically, you know, them fucking lying to you about what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
And
I feel like the thing is, it's not so much about like intentionally lying. They're trying to create a sense of wonder and imagination for kids.
no, I'm not. I'm talking about the movie, not fucking Santa Claus and shit. Fuck
That
all that.
too,
I was
you
using that as
know.
a metaphor.
Well, it kind of ties into everything, you know, because they're what were on those magazines when Nada's walking through the fucking. It's advertisement.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could be if it was Christmas time, it'd be a Christmas fucking magazine.
I
They
mean,
were selling cars and shit, you know, whatever's in the newsstand, you know. But he, you know, he saw through the smoke screen. He was
he
able
had
to.
the sunglasses on.
So these Google glasses,
Mhm.
they're the opposite of what he found. Don't you think? The glasses that are coming out, that we are going to be able to buy, they're really the opposite of what Nada found.
So they further immerse us into their
Yes.
bullshit reality versus
Boom.
take us out.
There you go.
Okay.
You just wrote to Santa.
I mean,
and saw your letter.
wrote to Santa, said, hello, I would like fucking my government to topple, please, and for us to have some sort of working fucking cohesive government. But no, that makes sense, man. That makes sense.
Keep the people asleep, right?
Mm.
Obey.
Mm.
So you have to hear it, speak it, see it, feel it. You know, they already have it on the feel part. You know, take these drugs, do this, you know, take this, take that, do this, do that, you know. It's like, oh shit. Even yoga, bro, they fucked up yoga, commercialized that whole.
Mm-hmm. Commercialize the fuck out of it, man.
Nada, he's like he's the nomad, so he's not tied to anything. So he's like, his character's like the perfect hero. He's like David Carradine in Kung Fu. He's just a nomad.
Well, I think John Carpenter wrote it that way because he came in, he went nameless the whole movie. You don't know his backstory besides he was in a previous town and the work dried up, so now he's in this town. That's really all the backstory that you know. Oh, there's also one story he says about his father put a knife to his throat, I believe, and was assaulting him and telling him he was going to cut his head off, basically. And I think that's the most we kind of know about the backstory of this Nada character. He's basically a drifter. We don't know much about him. Pulls up into town looking for fucking work and stumbles upon the greatest discovery, you know, and actually does something about it. He's the hero, saves the world. And I think that resonates in a lot of ways. Just saying, you know, not everything we believe is right. Not everything is correct. Not everything is true. So sometimes we have to take our rose-colored glasses off, look down the street and realize what the fuck is really up. Who the fuck is really who? And what the fuck is really going on?
And when that happens, that's when chaos starts.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the human nature is to survive, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And to have free will, you know? Have that free spirit. So once that's suppressed, you know, you're going to take that as an act of, like, war, you know? Like, oh, shit, what the fuck? He's, like, attack. They're attacking my existence, you know? Not just my beliefs, but my whole being. And then that, you know, that's like on another level. So in Nada's case, he's like, oh shit, these other fucking dimensionoids, you know, like he figures out what they are. He's like, oh shit, these dudes are on some other shit. And he's a survivor, so he's like, fuck that, you know? Like, not only they're trying to take the planet, my life and shit, now it becomes like a bigger thing. Like, the world, it's not just him on Earth. Now it's like Earth beyond, you know? So he's like, oh, shit, you know? This is like on another level where I'm still trying to survive. You know, like, this is home for me. And while I can preserve it, I'm gonna. And so he fights them off, you know, as best as he can. But it's crazy because they're still doing that. You know, they're like attacking people's beings. You know, like as we speak. Can we whisper here? Should we whisper? No.
Some ASMR shit.
No, not only that, but like whisper like, oh shit, guys.
Oh, maybe.
You guys know this, right?
Maybe.
You guys know that these motherfuckers.
I don't know, man. All I gotta say is that this movie really resonated with me. Just because, well, to be honest with you, this movie, I saw it when I was a kid. My dad introduced me to it, and it really got me into conspiracies, to be totally honest with you.
Oh, your dad showed you?
Yeah, this movie, my dad showed me this movie, bro. Dude, that tells me my dad's woke as fuck, dude. My dad introduced me to They Fucking Live. My dad's a, you know...
I understand you a little better.
I was raised, quote unquote, more conservative. My mom was definitely Republican and more conservative in her values and thoughts and whatnot. And my dad really explains himself more as a liberal, or libertarian, or whatever the fuck, and more free thinking, smaller government, that type of shit. And I'm like, shit, man, I'm down with that shit. Smaller government, fuck it. I don't know, man. I just like this movie a lot because it hits on a lot of beliefs that I believe in. You know, talking about elitism, the New World Order, reptilians. There's definitely a fucked up group of people that are running the world behind, you know, the black curtain and everything. I mean, you think about people like the Clintons and the Bushes, people that start wars and, you know, pedophilia island and everything like that. And more is coming out now about fucking Bill Clinton and everything. So I really think this movie really resonates to the time we're living in now. Just kind of basically saying that everything you think is in fact not.
Yeah.
But this movie, you know, really opened up my eyes when I
wanted to be free.
Wanted to be free, sir. Wanted to be free, and this movie really opened me up to. I mean, you think that's what happens, bro? That's how these people that are in lower classes in this movie, they're like, "Fuck it, man! I want a piece of the fucking pie. I'm moving on up to the east side. Fuck it. I'm finally getting my piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, Jack. They moving up. They say, you know what? Fuck it. If we're going up, we're gonna sell out. And so they sell the fuck out. They get some riches, and they go on about their merry way. And they know about it, but they say, hey, we're gonna keep it a little secret. We ain't gonna tell nobody about it.
We're just gonna look the other way.
So they keep it to themselves, and they take that bribe, bro. That's what happens, bro, in real life.
What happens?
All these people go around, they take these bribes, politicians. Hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Remember when they sell fucking, they pay 50 grand back in like 1940, and they told the fucking science community that sugar wasn't bad for you, it's saturated fats. And come to find out, sugar's the worst thing motherfucking for you. Yeah, and saturated fats ain't bad, but they paid them off to say so. It's the same shit. The same shit.
You need sugar, though. Your body needs sugar.
Man, you get natural sugars from fruit and shit.
Yeah, processed sugar, right?
Nah, fruit got processed sugar? I think a natural fruit got regular sugar, bro. You know, processed fruit? Shut up. Oh, you ain't got no garden, bro? Come on, dog. I know you got a garden at least. Shit.
No, it's unless it's like naturally.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You ain't got no strawberry
sugar.
vines. Get some natural fucking sugar in you. Some oranges. Get some oranges.
Apples.
Some non-GMO.
Old school apples.
I mean, shit. You can get an apple. Plant an apple tree. Fuck it.
Wayne Newton knew about that shit.
Shit. Fuck. If you're gonna get some apples, get some apples. Plant an apple tree.
It wasn't Wayne Newton, dude. It was Isaac Newton.
I'm saying, man.
The golden rule. He who has the goal makes the rules.
Yeah, boy. Amos, Musna, yeah. Stop the